Hello, Commanders, and welcome back to the 140 Survive the Horde here in Fortnite Save the World. In today's video, I would like to show you how to solo the Week 5 modifier in Windswept. So let's go ahead and select our challenge, share with you my hero loadout, and then once our resources have been deposited, we will crush some husks. I hope you enjoy the run, friends. All right, start with our traps.
Commander, the deep field mining crews are facing a major storm attack. I've chosen you to keep them safe. This mission will be dangerous, relentless, soul-crushing, harrowing, and, legally speaking, sadistic. And that's why I need you. You're the best of the best.
All right, so some initial traps.
Amount of time to set up before the first wave.
Let's go ahead and take a look at our amplifier here. And I do like our first option, potentially. Let's take a look. Now, as a reminder to you, especially if you are newer to Survive the Horde, you actually only need to defend one of the 3 objectives total. So something to think about in order to get your successful clear. I do recommend that on your own solo overall. As always, truly not worth the extra stress and effort for the minimal difference in rewards when you talk about just one atlas or 3. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. We do have our defenders here.
Is real weird, and the suggested course of action is shrug emoji. Should have read that one first. That's on me.
All right, base goes down. And for the most part, somewhat like torn apart, I would say, when you look at things here. When you're talking about Save the World anyway, right? All right, so let's go ahead here.
They got me.
And begin our process of getting everything established.
All right, back in action.
All right, so once we find the objective we want to defend, we're going to put our defenders in place to defend right here so they're not following us as we are working throughout the map. Do need to be careful here that you do not take fall damage. That's for sure. All right, let's go with our anti-air traps. And I actually do want some healing. Supply drop out. Another tip early on when you first load in to the selection menu for the horde you want to take on. If you wait a bit, your supply drop can be available right away for you. So if you're patient, can make a big difference for you when it comes to this mode. We're going to go 2 layers here early just to prepare.
A little help here. Puss.
And I like healing in here as well.
Oh, man, that hurt.
All right, so we'll be right as rain. All right, let's go ahead and start getting some damage inside our corner pockets.
Thanks. A little help here. Ow.
Let's take the rest of this build over here down too, to include the floors.
That was a close one.
And then, like I mentioned here, just some more electric fields.
Enemies down.
Now, electric fields do not shoot through the reverse 45s. Just want to point that out for you.
We have a break in the action.
But if that reverse 45 were to fall, I feel it's a more effective trap than a single target zapper.
Thankfully,
So we're going with it.
are inbound.
All right. Assault rifle is quite beneficial early. So make sure you keep it so you can shoot your balloons down ahead of time. And save you some valuable time for sure. And I would say, I would absolutely, and without question, make sure that you have your health full in case you were to take some damage here by getting swept up in the sky and as you fall. All right, we're going to go ahead and start extending now when it comes to the build.
Despite evidence to the contrary, you're doing great out there. Every second you buy our deep field heroes is critical. We didn't come here to win. We came here to fight. Which doesn't sound as good when spoken aloud.
Enemies down.
Okay, we will start extending our build now. You can see here how the wind in general is trying to break our builds. But not really a major concern early, from what I'm seeing. I'm just going to continue to avoid
Down. Help.
the cloud. Or excuse me, the tornado. I apologize.
Man, that hurts. They got me.
Late night run here before the update.
I'm down. Help. In action.
So Husk can get flung up onto the objective here, as you can see. So that would be something to be mindful of.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at our build. Some upgrades if we can do that.
Another base is under attack.
All right. Really nice start here so far. Actually, I'm not going to shoot that there. All right, so everything looks fantastic so far.
Husks incoming.
No
You'll
concerns.
need to destroy the pillars to end the wave.
All right, wave 3 is your pillar wave. We'll take our time with it, as always.
Don't forget, the pillars take more damage from melee attacks than ranged weapons. I would never encourage reckless combat
Husk!
behavior. I'm just sharing information and reminding you that our health and safety regulations are very important. But compliance is fully voluntary.
Enemy down.
Okay, I'm going to go right here and use the Rosie for a minute.
Take her.
Start working on our pillars. Looks like you're protected with Rosie. Well, that's good.
Man, that hurts. That was a close one. I'm down. Help! Ow! They got me!
Let's use that bull rush, clear the walls a bit.
Oh, man, that hurt! Alright, back in action.
All right. Like that there. This is good here. This is good here.
I'm down. Help!
Really like what we're serving here right now. As I like to say, typically.
Oh, man, that hurt! Ow!
All right, let's go start working on our balloons. We need them. I think we'll come in from the distance here and take down some more pillars. I got about 6 seconds here until that Rosie's ready. I think it'd be smart to go ahead and drop that Rosie down and some healing right beside it. So that's what we're going to do here. As we continue to work on these pillars. I would take this structure right here down. Without question, let's heal for a moment. And then I would actually start trying to take down this structure out here as well if you can. Depending on the distance that your Rosie will shoot for you, of course, but I would absolutely try to take that out. Alright. Other balloon is out this way. Just 5 pillars to go. We'll extend a bit. Work the build. That way we can secure a nice, smooth, easy run. Do like where we're at with the build. As I've mentioned. Don't want to put too many traps down quite yet, but... Alright, let's take a look at other potential pillars. About 3 seconds, and we're golden. Shoot from a distance. All right, good stuff.
Oh, man, that hurts. Ooh.
Let's go ahead and grab this shotgun for a moment. Okay, I'm gonna bull rush here. I'm gonna go with some healing here. All right, so this would take care of our top section here, which is good. All right, perfect. We have some extensions to do, of course, but for right now, we're okay. All right, let's take a look at the build now. Make sure everything is tiered up. The traps are in place. Looks like we're good. Definitely want to make sure our core is, you know, running strong. I would say you'd probably in key areas want to make sure, especially your ceilings, things of that nature, that you're running right. Because the everything can take damage here, as I'm seeing. And you are as well, probably.
Taker spotted.
See all this up here? I'd make sure. All right. So a couple pillars. Now, typically on 3, if I'm running the Horde on my own solo, I'm making sure I spend all of my resource before I move forward. So that's exactly what we're going to do here. Making sure our build is good to go. Get some healing. All right. So this would be good and secure and set. Block off looks great. All right. So now we really just have to start connecting out here. Okay. And then we take it all the way in and seal it down. All right, let's go take a look at our pillars now. More so the build, though. You want to make sure none of your reverse 45s are missing, right? They're not dropping too much heat on you. We're going to start getting some traps going again inside here. Had a little stall early, but now we're going to do damage.
I'm down. Help!
One thing, if you take a little too long, sometimes you can get yourself in trouble with it, so we obviously don't want that to occur, so.
Tinker spotted! And I was down.
Let me just go ahead and make sure here we don't have any land bridge potential. All right, we do.
Husk!
So we want to make sure that's all taken care of, right? Okay, we have everything else good. Let's go finish our pillars now.
They got me! Thanks for the save.
All right.
Take her!
So we have one left to go and or find. Not seeing it yet. I got a feeling it might be down this cave, potentially. There it is.
We've got a break in the action.
All right.
Base B is under attack.
Ow!
So, 2 balloons per wave, as long as you keep everything intact early. Then, once your first drops, that will change at this level. Believe it or not, if you're lower, it's not the case though necessarily. Kind of give you a bit of a different opportunity, if you will. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the shield, finish that. As you can see, we have some areas we need to connect on it. So we'll square that away.
Another wave is incoming. We cannot lose this base.
Okay, we're just going to let that go ahead and fall now.
Our first base has just been compromised. You're doing great. Keep it up. The storm has a new target.
All right, now here's the deal. You don't want to lose your supply drop here. So please make sure you search it before this next objective were to fall. That is very important. Okay, it looks like our structures are getting knocked down a bit from this modifier. And or just didn't have it on top of it. Let's go get this balloon before we lose it, as I mentioned. All right, cool. Couple of healing pads back here. Just get some heals going.
Stay in the fight.
And then we will get our final balloon after this one goes down. When we talk about this wave anyway. Not in general, but just for this wave.
heavy damage. The second base is down. Only one left.
Now, from this point,
Well-earned break.
if you're not careful now, right?
Supplies incoming. Base A is under attack.
You can lose if the base falls from here, right? So now we have to be mindful. And then you want to go ahead and make sure this is all squared away. And then what we will do is we'll start leveling up the structures from our base. We'll work our way out and around so we get everything to tier 3. Definitely the things that are covered by the base, right? Might even want to consider double tiering things, but that'll be something more I focus on as we go. All right, so we're going to start working on tiering everything up and around.
We have an update from our chief meteorologist, and it appears to be a resignation letter.
Husk spotted! Enemy down!
All right, let's go ahead and recycle some of these traps we're not using.
Oh, man, that hurt!
And this will throw their fling and huss on top of our build here, so that's something to be aware of.
I'm down. Help! That was a...
Okay, and we got some wall launchers popping. All right, let's go ahead and start throwing some thunder down. Actually, I'm going to go wall launchers here. Nothing on the floors quite yet.
Ow! Oh, man, that hurts! Thanks for the save. Enemies down! A little help here! Oh, man, that hurts!
You're doing great out there. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Base under attack.
All right, let's get some traps in. We've done here. Again, we have to be mindful of our build, but we'll work on this as we progress. You have to upgrade routinely with this modifier, as we can see here. All right, let's go get our build going. Actually, I'm going to finish sealing this down. All right, we'll continue to right now use the geysers to our advantage. So this one here, I could actually, I don't typically recommend the recycling. I don't think you need it, especially if you're just doing your one build in general. But with this one here, resource could become an issue potentially for you.
The storm is real weird, and the suggested course of
I would
action
say
is-
if you're throwing traps down here, though,
Should have read that one
make sure
first.
you're throwing traps on the structures that you have been able to tier up, right? So I'm going to go ahead and start loading these in here, but again, we're going to have to tier these structures.
Enemy down.
All right, so let me go up and do just that for a moment. Not supposed to lift traps either. Typically torn apart, but it looks like it's... Remember, if it lifts your structures, then your traps go, right? So, something to be mindful of.
Enemy down. Taker spotted.
We have a break in the action. Base A is under attack.
All right. All right, we're starting to get to that point now. we might be able to potentially get a schematic. I'm actually going to go with the Xenon, believe it or not, for a little longer range. With the balloons and that. We're going to rotate off of it. See if I can get a Baron too. I'd like to have the movement speed, I believe, here on this situation. So that's what we'll go with. I'll put that in my third spot on my kit. There we go. Now we're talking, friends. Now, start getting our traps going here.
A powerful wave is on its way. Stay focused.
Take her! Enemy down!
Alright, he's a damaged pulsar, so we definitely want to get him out of here. Alright. I'd say we want to go throw some damage down.
Tinker spotted!
So we'll do an extension here. Just got to kind of last it. Okay, let's kick him down.
I'm down. Help! Take her! They got me! Alright, back in action. Enemies down!
Okay, so kind of a little bit of a nasty boss there, but
Storm is shifting
no
its
problem.
focus to another base. The storm has a new target.
So I'm going to say this one's more annoying than anything. I'll be honest with you. Because you're going to routinely have to be fixing your builds, or definitely around the core, as you can see here. Huh? Or areas traveled by it. So you'd want to know the path of the tornado, basically. Or tornadoes. Now this is going to be a heavy propane wave potentially for you. And lobbers. So we'll be mindful of that. I'm going to go here with some ceiling drop traps.
Don't give up.
Alright, so let's go up and see where they're accessing me at. Alright, I can see it. So they are trying to access way out here on me.
Slinger spotted!
You're doing great. Keep it up.
Definitely don't like
Storm has a
seeing
new target.
the flinger action. That is not, you know, exciting to me, I guess I would say. That's going to be something we're going to have to make sure we're trapping down and fixing the traps and repairing in between waves routinely here. All right, let's go get some more resource.
Commander, we have a new enemy wave inbound.
Believe it or not, I have not been attacked on that amplifier. Or objective, I guess I should say. Fort, as they would call it in the game. Alright, so we're going to start working out back here a little bit. So I'm going to look at these electric fields. I've got about 100 of them, as you can see.
Tanker!
Just in case something creeps over here, we'll take care of it.
Tanker spotted!
A well-earned break.
Okay, we're going to have a pillar wave coming soon again at us.
Base A is under attack.
Okay, we need to work up top there too. So we will definitely focus on that on our next rotation. All right, let's go way out here for our balloon. And then when I come back in on this pillarway, we need to... We'll have to work a little bit on it. Try to get out quickly. We won't extend too long.
More husks incoming. You'll need to destroy the pillars to end the wave.
I'm going to go a double when it comes to plasmatic, so we can go quicker with it. Okay, so we're hearing flingers, right? So I am basically listening for my thing, but we're going to start going double here. I'm going to mix in 2 of them, so you're alternating shots quicker. Nice little tip, honestly. Let me go down below, make sure there's nothing in the cave, which there is right here. So we'll take care of that. I definitely don't like seeing these guys out here getting cute. See them? How they're trying to get flung up on you almost. That was pretty messed up. I just saw that, by the way. He literally stepped down trying to get, you know. Alright, we're out. Alright, 10's going to be a lot of death bombs here. This one can be kind of nasty. But real quick, I'm going to go ahead and get some traps down here. Just touch all these ceilings for a minute. All right, let me take a look at the core for a moment, and then we'll head out. But gotta make sure the core's right.
Stay in the fight.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I kind of had that feeling.
Taker spotted! Smasher! Enemy down! Husk spotted! Slinger!
I'm gonna get this tiered up and we'll grab that supply drop and then we'll be right back. We'll believe in the build as always. No reason we shouldn't. It's battle tested after all, right? Alright, supply drop is way out here. Let's take our geysers to it. We still have an objective that has not been taken on, which is quite interesting. So theoretically, we have two objectives in play and haven't even had to build or defend on one of them. So that's hilarious.
Smasher!
Believe it or not, though, I really like what we got going here. I'm not seeing any problems.
Prepare your defenses. Another base is under attack.
All right, let's see what we got here.
A supply drop is on its way. The storm has a new target.
All right, let's go make some fixes for a moment before we move. Definitely want to do that. All right, so we've got some areas here I'm going to take a look at. Just do a little fix here.
Surprise! We've got bosses.
Enemy down! Taker spotted! Husk! Smasher spotted!
Must have been a trapper, because... Oh, no, he just went the other way on me.
I'm down. Help!
Oh, nasty little guy right here. Nature. Building blocker 2. Okay, let's go ahead and fix up.
Taker!
storm has a new target.
All right, I do not like this here.
According to our radar, the storm is real weird. And the suggested course of action is shrug emoji? Should have read that one first.
I'm actually going to run some electrophiles back here.
Spotted!
All right, let's get the build right.
Smasher spotted!
All right, let's go out and get our balloon. Probably gonna try to grab a pot. Look at this flinger all the way out here. You gotta be kidding me, bro. That's a far way out to be throwing some some projectiles at you, right? Or in that case, little husky husk, probably. Still, that's kind of messed up. Not cool, bro. Not cool, man.
Flinger spotted!
13's gonna be a pillar wave. Okay, I need to do some repairs out here.
I believe we have a momentary reprieve from the waves of husks. Base A is under attack.
Thanks for the save.
All right, pillars.
More husks incoming. You'll need to destroy the pillars to end the wave.
All right, let's work our way back in to the build. Now, I need to see the core for a second because we've got a boss on us. Got to make sure it's not a damage pulsar or something, right? So pay attention to that. Oh, you little troll. Oh no, he is a damage pulsar. All right, let's fix. All right. Lifted our base and everything there, my friends.
A little help here.
No issue though with the modifier blade. I was able to shoot that and we were just fine, so shouldn't have been the case though. To be honest with you, I don't know how I feel about that.
Ow. Taker spotted. All right, back in action. Enemy down. Taker. Husk spotted. Taker.
Oh, I need to make sure I tier this up right here too. That way we don't lose our base. Oh, didn't want that. Don't like seeing this out here either. See this here? That's not good. Don't like seeing that. I'm thinking more on 15 when you start getting the big guys out here at you.
You're doing great. Keep it up. The storm has a new target.
Thank you. Whew. Thanks for the save.
Commander, this storm is too difficult to track. Anything could happen at literally any time.
Enemy down. Smasher spotted. Huss.
Okay, where's that balloon at? Okay, not too far out. I'm gonna go for this balloon, and then the last one we're not gonna go for. Because we're gonna go to work here and get ready for the end. Just get some upgrades here for a minute.
Smasher spotted.
You just don't want any flingers out here getting cute on us at the end. See this out here? Don't want any of this right here. So we're just gonna layer this.
Flinger. Smasher. Flinger spotted.
We've got a break in the action. The storm has a new target. extraction team has completed their snack stop and is on their way.
Hostile spotted! Smasher spotted! Enemy down! Smasher!
Ah.
Smasher spotted! Tinker spotted! I'm down. Help. Smasher! They got me! Alright, back in action. Boom! Little help here. Smasher.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I really don't see much right now.
Smasher spot. Flinger.
I'm going off instinct.
Ow. Smasher. Taker. Flinger spotted. Smasher spotted. Enemy down.
Just gotta get these enemies down.
Little help. Husk. Flinger. That was a close one. Flinger spotted. Smasher. Tinker spotted.
Can't see anything, man.
Smasher spotted.
All right, we got about 30 seconds till bingo here. I'm gonna hold the line. I'm gonna go old school with it.
Got me.
16 seconds till bingo.
Smasher!
10 seconds.
I'm down. Help!
4 seconds.
Hey.
And there we have it. That is how to solo our week 5 modifier. And here are our rewards for the Windswept for this week. Let's go ahead and see what we get. Gold, XP amounts as always, legendary perk, event tickets, more XP, reperk, the Hordes Hunt spray, and Storm Shark.